There is a question from Rahul Raj. He's asking, how did you manage food as third secretary, and how about getting promoted as a second secretary? There is no difference in how you manage your food when you're a third secretary or an ambassador, because there's a provision by which you can get assistance from India, or you can hire locally when you're posted as IFS abroad. So if you get someone from India, then you can manage with that person if you're alone. Also, if you have a family, even then you can bring one person from India who can assist you. When you become an ambassador, then there's a provision that you can get two people because your representational functions increase. In my particular case, when I was a third secretary, I didn't bring anyone from India, and I managed on my own because I like cooking and I was alone, so I didn't require a lot of effort to cook. Also, in the first year when I was doing my Russian language training, we had a very good canteen in the university where I was studying, and I would go there every day for lunch. Though the food was very good, it was fresh and hot. The only thing that we didn't have was the lack of spice. So I remember I used to carry a spicy sauce with me, and I'd add it everywhere to eat that. Um, you can also, because the government allows you to get a container from India, so you can also get a lot of food from wherever you are posted. But I've seen that over the years, availability of Indian food is very convenient in many places that you stay. So you can also get food locally. Yes, it is not the same as when you are posted in India. You have a very big choice in terms of Indian food that is sometimes restricted in places which are not very developed or which are far away from India. You don't get everything that you would want to. Uh, but yes, that is how life is, because if you join the IFS, you get a lot of things, and I think you have to make sacrifices somewhere. But that is minimal, I would say. So food should be the least of your problem. Even if you are a vegetarian, it should not be an issue, because I see that vegetarianism is growing everywhere, and there is a possibility of getting all kinds of food in almost every place. So don't worry about it, and I'm sure that you'll be able to manage when you join IFS. Things didn't change when I became a second secretary, because it was almost the same. By the time I was second secretary, I was married. But at some point of time, when I was third secretary and I was single, I did get a cook locally, but I found that it was a bit more tiring for me managing the cook than to cook for myself. So I had the cook for some time, because I had to tell what has to be prepared, then I had to give my key separately. He would come and prepare. So I found that very, I would say, not as I had expected. So I got back to cooking myself. But that's a personal thing. If you think that you can't manage on your own, surely get help from India or hire someone locally.